Hello, this is Sally with Ezekiel Ministries.
I'm interested in signing up my child. I'm going to be honest, I'm a single mother of 4 boys. They keep me plenty busy. But I'm worried about my son in particular. He's about to turn 11, and he is actually at that age where I feel like he needs some positive interaction in his life. He doesn't have male figures. I have no brothers. His father isn't involved. And it's just a concern that I see in him. It's like he's trying to pretty much figure himself out, but of course he doesn't have anybody to really show him and, offer, that person to look up to.
This is a common story at Ezekiel. Families searching for a relationship that could change the course of their child's life. Over the next few minutes, we'd like to share a few stories with you about the impact that mentors are making in the lives of children all over the city. From the time children join our after-school program at a mere 6 years old, all the way through high school, graduation, and beyond.
My name is Simone and I'm at kindergarten.
She's already wanting a mentor.
I'm excited to get a mentor because I like to go to Chick-fil-A and have fun.
Going to Ezekiel itself for Mom, it has made her a little bit more mature for her age.
Here at After School, we pick up our students Monday through Friday. They come, they're able to get a meal, they learn about the Bible, we help them with their homework and reading literacy.
Kids have to get out of school at 2:30. It works for me to have them go to after school and then I can get them after that. That way I can still be able to work.
After school is a place that you can have fun, but at the same time you can work. And I really love it because when I go there, I feel good. They're my best friends.
Our goal is to walk through life with our students from the time they enter our program from kindergarten all the way up into their adulthood. We do this through our mentoring program and maintaining those long-lasting relationships with the loving adults they were paired with when they were children. I get to see these students every day and engage in the situations that they go through. Some of them, it's trauma, food scarcity, the absence of parents, behavioral challenges, academic challenges, and having no knowledge of Christ.
I sort of signed up when I realized there was a need for more mentors.
Every week she's calling like, hey, can I get somebody? We want to go get ice cream. We want to go to the library. Her and somebody talk on the cell phone together. Like, sometimes I don't even talk to Miss Delia. Miss Delia and somebody, they on the phone having girl talk. I just love it. And it helps somebody. On days that somebody is having a bad day and Miss Delia picks her up, Miss Delia's like, hey, somebody told me A, Y, and Z happened in school. And I'm like, okay. She didn't mention that, but I'm glad that she trusts Miss Delia enough to talk to Miss Delia.
Before I had a mentor, I was very lonely and I didn't have really much no one to talk to.
It's an honor, and I raised 3 boys, not a little girl, so she's my little girl.
When I didn't have a mentor and when I didn't go to after school, I didn't know who Jesus was at all. Until when I came to after school and got a mentor, I loved him ever since.
I can tell her that I understand and that I'm praying, and we do pray together, and we just try to have fun, and even when there are things going on that are sad, that are making her sad.
Like when my grandma died last year, we went to her graveyard and she told me that her grandma died, and I really felt that she really loves me.
We're not here to be a hero. We're just here to walk alongside and tell them who they are in the Lord. They're God's children and they're greatly loved. She is sunshine. I mean, she's just sunshine. Well, I think it's made me feel like I have something important to do, and I am not working anymore, and it's helped me. I mean, just selfishly, it's been something on my calendar that I think matters.
My first mentor opportunity was with Jatrell. He is I think 13 or 14 at this point, so at the time he was 6. As I started spending time with him, there was always his younger cousin, Bam, that was around. So Bam is, I think, 4 years younger than Trell. And so for the first couple of years, Bam was always the very little kid, and he always wanted to come along.
Then his mentor started letting me go with them, and now it turns out we got the same mentor, Mr. Brian.
I guess over time, I couldn't continue being so heartless and leaving a little crying boy at the front door. So I started bringing Bam with us. It just made sense for me to sort of officially start mentoring Bam. They know everybody in my family and extended family, so we might be at the lake tubing, we might be hanging out at a family dinner.
If I need help, I just need to ask him and he'll help me. And when he gets me right, I start doing better in school and getting good grades.
It's like little things. It's very little incremental growth components that you wouldn't notice unless you'd been with them, the whole way through. That is truly about gospel expansion and teaching kids about Jesus and exposing them to the love of Jesus through friendship, mentorship, and exposure to family. And but also, helping them get some very basic life skills to be successful in a world that's hard and where the odds are stacked up against them.
My mom sends him, every time I get a report card or in a room, she sends him a picture of it. They work out together when he's trying to come to my game, and she tells him where the football game at and stuff.
I hope that I'm, positively impacting the lives of the kids, but my life's being positively impacted by just the relationships that are being built over a really long period of time.
It has been a great experience for me because Ms. Dawn, she doesn't look at my daughter as just a mentee. She look at September and myself as part of the family. It shows them that different people, these are not people in your family, but they still love and they care about you and your well-being.
Since I've been here, I've been able to connect with one of our students named Summer. She's vibrant, fun, outgoing, and loving. And as I watched her day in and day out, I saw a little bit of myself in her.
Miss Catherine, she's a good person. On the first day that we hang out with each other, Miss Catherine was hanging out with me really good.
And we love Miss Catherine. And the summer first outing with Miss Catherine, she was overwhelmed. She was excited. She had such a good time. She talked about it for, I know, a good 45 minutes from their first little date.
I feel like the Lord placed it on my heart to help come alongside Summer's family to help her thrive and be the very best that she could be.
They help you with stuff and they teach you so you can be a better person when you grow up.
Bryce is my mentee. He's a fun young man. He just turned 16, and so for the last year or so, been able to watch him grow up a little bit.
From the moment I met David, I was like, okay, this feels good. Something feels right about this.
Just somebody I can go to with different type of situations and stuff like that.
He gets to experience different things that I haven't showed him yet, but it's through the male's perspective. So that's important to me because my son needs the male perspective more than anything over mine because I'm a woman. I cannot teach him how to be a man, but David can help him.
I guess I started to mature a little bit more.
We've done some hustling for him, trying to find a job too, filling out applications, driving around, dropping them off. So it's been a fun mix of him trying to take more responsibility, grow up a little bit, and then also just have fun doing whatever. And it's been simple things, but it's been very enjoyable.
He's really taken a lot of time with my child. I'm very appreciative of him and his wife. And the fact that David and Christy, they're married. He's not just going out, hanging out with David all the time by himself. It's him and David and his wife. So my son gets to see those interactions with a married couple because I'm not married. So it's setting a really good example for him.
When I get older, I want to have kids and stuff. So I want to be like an inspiration to somebody.
I can't say I've ever felt a lot of callings on certain things or been led to do certain things, but I just felt the Spirit weighing on me, and it was something that I really felt I needed to do. There was really no doubt about whether I should participate. It's just been more of like a family situation.
They like my other family, basically, like his son. I look at him like a little nephew. His wife, like my other mom, basically.
It literally will help your child navigate through life. My son makes better decisions because of David's impact and his wife's, Christy's, impact.
You know, long term, I mean, I think it's probably any mentor's dream that you know, a decade from now, you are still just as close to that person, if not closer, and be able to look back fondly.
I don't know how to explain it. I just know we ain't gonna be like, never be on bad terms for real.
When Josh challenged me to be a mentor, Jeremiah was one of the on the short list of some of the kids I knew and loved. Mentoring, I think, should be a community affair. Sundays were a good day for me to spend some quality time with Jeremiah, because I would usually have time after the service and we could hang out until maybe I'd had something in the late afternoon or evening. But it gave us a good chunk of time, but it also gave Jeremiah time with my boys. And that was good for Jeremiah because he had some boys his age to play with, but also it was good for my boys to see Jeremiah, to hear Jeremiah's stories, to enjoy Jeremiah. And Jeremiah enjoyed him, and I have a son with special needs named Will. Will has Down syndrome. Every time Jeremiah would come with us to church, the first thing he asks is, how's Will? You know, and there's an obvious delight that Jeremiah had. And you saw the tenderness of Jeremiah really come out in how he interacted with Will. Not just that, but our whole church family. So when Jeremiah's here, he's got not just me, he's got like dozens of people who are excited to see him and interact with him. So it's made it feel like I'm not doing it alone. I've got a community that's helping me mentor.
We started when he was 9, I think he was in 3rd grade. He's now 18 and he's a senior in high school. He's about to graduate. And I've loved watching him grow up, and over the last 9 years, he's become a part of our family. Once Devin's mom realized that the only motivation I have was to try to help him be successful and to help him know the love of Jesus and have a better life, I think she was, any help that she could get was welcome. So
I probably wouldn't know how to talk to anyone or how to shake their hand or look in their eyes, or how to get a job. He just taught me like how to interact with people. I'm going to college band camp because I know how to talk to a director.
Devin has made my life better in so many ways. He's, for one, made me so grateful for the life that I've had. I'm really proud of the man that he's become. He's been able to pick up multiple jobs. He's learned a lot of things. He's grown his social skills. And so from this point, you know, I'm just trying to help him kind of in that fatherly, or maybe that uncle, that cool uncle role of guiding him and making those big decisions as he kind of transitions into adulthood, and trying to give him as many opportunities as I can to be successful.
My life changed in many different aspects. It changed in the way I see money. It changed in the way I see relationships. Being able to have someone who's already been through a portion of life that you're now trying to conquer is one of the biggest blessings that I could say I probably ever had. I had a conversation with him, and I told him there was a lot of people in my life that gave up on me. And he said that he vowed that he would never give up on me. And as a grown man, that kind of touched me, kind of made, you know, even now, kind of get a little tear in my eye or whatnot. But it definitely touched me a little different. You know, just for someone to not necessarily have to have done that, you know, not to have cared for me as much as they did, that really meant a lot to me. But we never knew that, was it 15 years later? We never, who would have knew? Who would have knew? I could have never imagined it in my cards. Mentorship is just so strong. At times where I knew there's nobody coming for a graduation ceremony, award ceremony, or something like that. My mom had to work. She was working 3 jobs for 3 kids. At times like that, and I look out in the crowd and I see Josh. Like, my mom caught pneumonia right before my military graduation. Brought her tickets, everything. She couldn't come. I look out in the crowd. Josh and his wife were in the crowd.
I think that all the kids need to have mentors that will help them, because at the end of the day, you never know what they're going through in their household.
Samaya knows that I love her because I choose to, I want to, I just do. And there's no have to about it. I mean, and so I think that I know how that feels for me. And so it has to be important, and the statistics show it just makes a difference.
It's clear that where there are more adults pouring into the lives of children, the better the impact and the outcome is.
I can see a little difference in my girls. They're gonna be busy, Jesus. But I do see a little change in them from the time that they've been coming from pre-K to now.
Since I've been here at Ezekiel, I've seen firsthand the impact that it makes when we show up, listen, and guide.
Because if you help a child, in the end, you do help the whole entire family.
The impact of just one other adult in their life who's for them is massive. I mean, from everything I've seen statistically, just one, let alone two or three. I mean, it just exponentially increases. But having just one person who's in their corner, who's encouraging them, who's reaching out to them to say, hey, you matter, you're important, I want to spend time with you.
Do you think that one day you'll want to be a mentor?
Yep.
Why?
Because I want to help kids and make them have fun.